The city of Alatyr is located on the territory of the Republic of Chuvashia, is located in the Middle Volga region, stretches along the left bank of the Sura River, where the tributary Alatyr flows into it. The origins of its foundation Alatyr takes in the 13th century, during the reign of Prince Yuri of Vladimir. At that time it was a prison built on the site of an old Moldovan settlement dating back to the X century. The name of the settlement is Sendale, which means fork of the river. And in the 16th century, during the reign of Tsar John IV, it was moved to a new place, more suitable for building a fortress. For the first time in the Nikon Chronicle, the city was mentioned in 1552. This year is considered the date of the foundation of the city. John IV gave the fortress its name after the river flowing into the Sura. In 1780, the fortress of Alatyr became a city. From the end of the 18th to the beginning of the 20th century, the city was considered a cultural and missionary center of the Chuvashian Mordvins. In the 24th year of the 20th century, the Russian city of Alatyr, raised on the Moldovan lands, was transferred to Chuvashia, despite the protests of the population. The almost 5-century history of the city has left behind a rich architectural heritage. Currently, almost 90 city buildings and structures are considered to be of historical and cultural value. Many monasteries and churches, as well as residential buildings, are unique objects built according to local traditions of wooden architecture. Moreover, the artistic processing of wood was combined with stylistic techniques of different historical periods. The most significant and interesting architectural monuments of the city of Alatyr are monasteries and churches. The Holy Trinity Monastery was built in the year 84 of the 16th century. The main temple of the monastery is the Trinity Cathedral. It also includes St. Sergius Church and various buildings designed for housing and economic activities of monks. The Church of the Kazan Mother of God is the hallmark of the city. It was built in 79 of the 18th century. Another attraction of Alatyr is the Cathedral of the Beheading of the Head of John the Baptist, whose foundation date is 1552. And in 1703, it was rebuilt again after a fire. Currently, the Museum of Local Lore is located here. Many churches of the 18th, 19th centuries are in disrepair: the Cathedral of the Holy Spirit Desert, St. Sophia Church and the Church of the Nativity of Christ. It is worth seeing, the Cathedral of the Nativity of the Most Holy Theotokos, founded in 1747, the Nikolaus-Nemenskaya Church, founded in 1770, built in the classical style, the Iverskaya Church, built in 1846, the Church of Jacob Alfiev, the end of the 19th century. Another major historical object can be called the Kiev Nikolaevsky Novodevichy Monastery, date of foundation 1639. It includes the Ascension and Intercession churches, the middle of the 18th century, and the Gate Church of St. Nicholas, the first half of the 18th century. There is an arboretum on the territory of the city, which has more than 100 species of various trees and shrubs. 40 kilometers from the city of Alatyr there is a Prishurski State Reserve. Relict and endangered species of plants and animals have been preserved here.